Some of you might have heard the U.S. just imposed the biggest sanctions on China in order to apply pressure onto North Korea. And this is going to backfire, y'all. You know, every time they put sanctions on certain countries, it really doesn't have a big impact. This is why Russia has been able to exist and just go on with business. And China has a big enough economy now where sanctions really don't impact them that much either. But I'm going to let you listen to this video, and I'm going to also read some of the comments. Now, Press TV, this is out of Iran. And by the way, many of our brothers and sisters are in Iran. In the southern part, they have a black population there that are the descendants of slaves in Iran, and they came out of the same part of Africa that our people came out of. So that's Judah over there. But I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
Well, Beijing has demanded the United States stop enforcing unilateral sanctions against Chinese entities and individuals over North Korea. Now, the Chinese Foreign Ministry has issued a statement denouncing Washington's move as a mistaken action, which would harm bilateral ties. The remarks came after Washington said it was imposing its largest package of sanctions against China to pressure North Korea. The targets include a Taiwan passport holder, as well as shipping and energy firms in mainland China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Singapore. North Korea is already under numerous harsh U.S.-led sanctions for its nuclear missile programs. China is North Korea's biggest trade partner and is believed to have the most leverage on Pyongyang. I'll turn to Leesburg, joined by Mike Billington from the Asia Desk Executive Intelligence Review. Thanks so much for being with us. Well, what is going on between China and the U.S.? On the one hand, we see these continual sanctions implemented by Washington against Pyongyang, and now one by one we're seeing more and more individuals and companies actually being targeted by the United States, and now we have seen China's reaction. Where do you think all of this is going to go?
Well, it's not clear to me what is intended by the sanctions, if it means that they're not going to allow these companies to trade with the U.S., or if there's actually going to be a belligerent move to stop any kind of ships that are deemed to be trading with North Korea. I doubt if that's the case. I think the broader context of this is typical of the way Trump has operated, in the sense that he has taken a very, very strong, sometimes belligerent stance towards his bargaining position. This is the way he did his business. It's the way he's doing his foreign policy. But at the same time, is establishing a basis upon which a resolution can be found. So we saw, for instance, with the breakthrough that took place between North and South Korea over these last few weeks around the Olympics, that in fact Pence, who was a more right-wing, belligerent type character than Trump is, was scheduled to meet with the North Koreans. It was called off by the North Koreans. And just a few days ago, Trump met with the Australian Prime Minister, Trumbull, and was pressured by the media to denounce China or to criticize China. And he said, well, we have some trade agreement problems with China. It's not balanced. And we have other problems, but we get along very well. I have a great respect for Xi Jinping. I believe Xi Jinping has a great respect for me, and reiterated what in fact has been the policy since Xi Jinping visited the U.S. and Trump visited China, which is that he, as Trump said, believes that if the U.S. and China work closely together, they can solve all of the world's problems, not just the U.S.-China relationship, but all of the world's problems. And Mr. LaRouche, my organization, thoroughly believes that. We have been behind the effort to create the new Silk Road since the 1990s, and Xi Jinping has fully adopted that. To the extent to which this tension exists between Trump's stated positions and what he's trying to make happen, the problem is that Trump is boxed in. He's boxed in by many people in his own administration, certainly by the hysteria of the anti-Russia, anti-China fanaticism that we've seen rise in the U.S. through the media, through even some people in his own administration, that he himself does not represent. He's committed to a strong, friendly relationship with Russia and with China, and yet you see this mad dash to have him impeached on the basis of non-existent collaboration with China during the election and Russia's intervening in the election and so forth. This is being defeated. I think the key to all of these issues, like the Middle East, like Korea, is whether or not we can fully defeat this British-instigated coup against Donald Trump based on a non-existent collusion with China, with Russia, and Russia's effort to undermine the election, which doesn't exist and which is now exposed in the fact that the FBI itself is being targeted as a criminal institution, which is trying to pull off a coup against the United States.
All right. Well,
if we defeat that,
thank you so much, Mike. So sorry, out of time. Appreciate you being with us, though. Mike Billington from the Asia Desk, Executive Intelligence Review out of Leesburg.
Okay, so now let's look at some of the comments. I'm telling you, get over to the foreign news sites and read some of the comments because they're very unfavorable towards America. And you're going to notice almost all the comments are talking about the demise of America. You know, sanctions. What in the hell is this all about? All right, the next one. Yes, make America great again by digging a hole in a corner for World War III. The U.S. government morons will drive our country into an even earlier starvation and putting our country in an earlier depression. Grasp that the U.S. government has sent all of our good-paying jobs out of the U.S. to the low labor rate country of China. It's not Britain, but Zionist control from the Britain Anglo-Christian fanatic extreme right. U.S. is almost fucked. It's only a matter of time before America is done. I mean, everybody sees America's, demise, except for the people, that call themselves in charge. They seem to have a pair of blinders on. That's funny, stupid, and double standard hypocrisy. Why didn't the U.S. use the same threat against the supporters of ISIS? Or does it come from within? I like how she cut off his mic. Now, I like how she did that too. He started babbling about fake news and all that stuff. She cut him right off. Nobody is falling for that fake news stuff except for people here in America. Anyone outside of America, they're not falling for that crap. Sanctions against China, Chinese energy firms, and on March 25th, 2018, the petro-yuan backed by gold goes into effect. These sanctions are going to harm the U.S. more than China in the long run. Goodbye, USA. You had your chance, but you failed. I think they mean I think that work better. U.S. sanction over China sanction. Wow. You heard Little Bird singing that. I don't know what the hell that means. That's really horrifying. And these are the hybrids that think they're better than everyone else. China is Australia's largest trading partner. Turnbull had the screws tightened. But for the most part, when you come out on these foreign sites, they talk very unfavorably about America, and it's probably now, I would say, like over the last 10 years, it's really gotten bad. But since Trump been in office, no one on this planet has a favorable thing to say about the US anymore. I mean, it really his presidency is really a reflection on how the entire globe feels. And America is definitely becoming more and more isolated in the world, you know. And the fact that Trump don't get along with many of these world leaders, that's another damaging aspect that's never really spoken about, but the stories are out there how many of these world leaders don't get along with Trump at all. Tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell twice and join me on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. Peace, family.